I'm at the Crop Updates here in Perth this year talking about risky rotations, and it's some work that we've done as part of a GRDC project on crop sequences and crop rotations. We've built a mathematical model that looks at how to value crop sequences over time. So look at how a break crop like canola or chickpeas or lupins might contribute to the economics of a wheat crop the following year. And this model, what it allows us to do is say, well, does that pasture or break crop help the wheat crop yield more? And not only that, does it then make more money over 2 or 3 or 4 years compared to, say, a continuous wheat rotation? So growers will benefit by getting a better appreciation of the risks involved with some different crop choices. Some of the findings have been counterintuitive or unexpected. For example, a loss-making pasture can contribute huge amounts to future savings with your wheat crop, and that can lower risk. So over time, there can be benefits in almost taking a hit one year to make more money in the future. What we find in Western Australia is break crops deliver about a 0.6 tonne per hectare yield benefit to a wheat crop, regardless of whether it's lupins or canola. That's providing you're on top of your weeds. So GRDC have funded this project on the national integration of crop sequences. And what we do is we interact with the grower groups almost Australia-wide and work with other collaborators within the GRDC to engage growers directly, understand what their costs are, what their issues are with crop sequencing and crop rotation, and then use that information to update the economics and get a better handle on how risk actually affects the grower. Think about how intensive your rotations are. If you find yourself growing 2 or 3 or 4 years of wheat or locked into a tight wheat canola rotation, I can understand why that might appear on paper to be really profitable, but every now and again you might really need to consider a break and just make sure you keep on top of those things like weeds and disease through rotation. It's a valuable tool. One of the important things with rotations is, believe it or not, they actually are less risky, and by growing break crops and pastures in a structured and coordinated and well managed way, they actually help a wheat crop yield better in a great year. So it helps you capitalise on that really good season when the opportunity presents itself. Crop updates are just vital for getting the message out there. We do the research, we put the reports together, but then we need to communicate those findings to as wide an audience as possible, and that's what I'm here today to do.